What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to Be Unleashed.
The blue light.
We're back. Woo! Suckers. Well, it's also let's welcome longtime listener, first time caller, Colin in the house. And the other longtime listener, first time caller, Doctor, friends of favorite.
Doctor.
Woo! Look how lucky we are.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at us. Margaret's running a little. It was so powerful. There was a surge. Good news is Margaret's on her way too. She's gonna be a little late, but we're gonna have a little sandwich action over there. And
the air conditioning came
and
on.
there,
Yes.
keep it cool so you don't sweat.
Yes.
There's a song about sweating. If you're wondering, Ev's behind the camera tonight.
Did you put the
What's up, Ev?
What up?
Yeah, it did just come on. It's
Yeah.
weird how things work like that in mysterious ways.
Really
It's because
nice.
Brent's here. So what's up? It's been a while. How you been?
I'm great, man. How are you? And we have Michael, favorite. If you didn't know,
When am I not here?
when do you not work?
When do I not work? I never work.
Yeah.
So let's Colin, say something about yourself. First time on here. What's going on?
First time, I'm honored to be sitting in here with you guys and a little bit nervous.
First time caller.
See? Guy got me smiling already.
Way to do that.
You're welcome. Turn the volume down.
Look
Kelly
at
Montgomery.
us.
Kelly Montgomery. What's up, Kelly?
What up, Kelly Montgomery in the house? What
From the
up?
West Coast.
We're a little more loungy today. We're hanging.
We're hanging.
So if anyone doesn't know, Colin, you can definitely tell. Next week it's gonna be a little different. Colin, if you don't know who Colin is, he does everything for us, pretty much everything under the sun. Whatever is needed. Dude's brilliant and has a huge heart, so we love him. Also, he had a speaking debut 2 weekends ago. What's up?
It's about 2 minutes, but I made it.
It was a powerful 2 minutes, though. All right. And Mom, of course, if someone's been under a rock for the time you've been around, tell them a little bit about you.
Vinny.
Vinny.
Hey.
I like that.
He said, I like that. All right. So definitely full of shit. Daniela's in the house. She said hello, Vinny. Kelly's in the house. She said hey. Right. Philip, share, comment. We talk. This is very engaging. We try to engage with everyone that's in part of this.
Yeah, we want you guys to be a part of it.
Right? Because, like we say, we're a family, we're united, like we're a community. So it's all of us together. My mom turned off sound. She didn't turn off vibration, which I found out. So it's vibrating.
Oh,
Next
well,
to
I'm
me.
shutting everything down right now.
Shutting it down. All right. So, first topic. Yeah, what's the first topic?
The first topic is the secrets to success.
The
Yeah.
secrets to success.
Yeah.
The secret
All right. So,
to success.
I'll start. What do you think some of the secrets to success? What are some of the secrets to your success? All the people here, multiple businesses, right? Live, like growing, all the good stuff. Jump right in there.
We're live.
You're the sandwich.
I'm gonna put Unleash You now on.
All right, cool.
Okay, get dressed.
So what do you think the secrets to success? What do you think some of the secrets have been to you? Not the things that everyone tries to sell or monetize, but some of the things that are needed to make it.
Well, I think you have to have a vision of what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you're
I like
right
it.
there. And
Clear target.
and I think you have to have strong will and determination to do what needs to be done to get there. The work. A lot of people want a lot, but they don't want to do the work. So those would be my two main ingredients.
Nice. I like it. What do you think, Brett?
I'm trying to get on the live here.
Kelly said, Evan! Kelly said your name.
Hey.
Probably because the way you said success.
Success.
So I said, hey.
Hey. If you're watching, comment. Let us know you're here. We got some people on the UnleashU page and Michael's page.
Nice.
Let us know that you're here.
Let's get it.
So we can say what's up. What are my secrets to success?
Yeah, what do you think some of the secrets to success is?
Success. SUCCESSS. For me, one of my secrets to success is just being willing. I said this on our six-figure event. You got to be willing to be a little bit crazy. I think that if you're going to succeed, you gotta push yourself past your boundaries. And sometimes, when other people are kind of stepping back or, being a little bit lazy, the more that we push forward, the more that we go after it, the more success we'll see in our life, more opportunities we'll have to have success. So I think being a little bit crazy, and also for me, a big thing in my life has always been confidence.
Ooh, I like it.
The more confident that I am, the more passionate I'm going to be, the more I'm going to go all out.
I can't fit here.
How many are going to be?
Jeez.
Here.
No.
No, there's no waiting room.
Look, Michael.
That's good. Okay.
Look.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I had to make it more
This is
difficult.
great.
Oh, this is nice.
I like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we
Everybody
go.
Right.
Lounging. So yeah,
This is good.
that's what secret to success. The second one, confidence. Being confident, being okay to stand up and move things around.
I like that one.
Studying the craft, knowing whatever it is that you do, whatever that is your passion, whatever customer or client you're trying to reach or help. Study them, study what they do, be
Nice
passionate
stuff.
about it, and be confident that when you help them, you're helping them, giving them tools that are going to help them succeed.
I like that.
So, what do you think some of the secret successes, Margaret, that came in and changed up the whole season schedule? You're away right away.
You
Don't
told
worry.
me to come in, so I
We
came.
had a seat
Well,
right
Michael,
for
you had to have the whole big seat.
No, he just wanted
That's so-
to. He
that's
just didn't
so
want to sit
uncomfortable.
with me. That's okay.
No, it's so uncomfortable.
Anyway,
As a seat.
secrets to success. I'm very comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Consistency, passion for what you're doing, and consistency and passion, and having a great team. And wine, yeah. Wine and being able to unwind.
Yes.
Hey.
Being able to unwind is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. But I would say passion for what you're doing
Mhm.
and consistency at it.
What about you, Colin?
I think the biggest secret is being in the room. I know you talk about that a lot, just being in the room, just knowing your people, finding out what they are interested in, how that needs to move forward. Wrote today on Facebook, met people, move people. And that was, I actually woke up this morning thinking about that. And I don't know why, but I was thinking, you know what, if I had never met Brent, I would never be where I'm at today. Okay, so that's a true statement. And that's a testimony
Connector.
of his life. So it's, I was introduced to Brent, and Brent has made me and pulled the great things out of me. And that's what we do here with Unleashed. If I never met Brent, I would have never met the man sitting here on the couch, the man's mom, and Margaret, and Evan.
Or Evan.
So when we meet people and we're open to be vulnerable and not be nervous, not be scared, just get out there and get it.
I like that.
Then we can dig deeper. And that's what it's about, just digging deeper. And I mean, personally, that's kind of where I'm coming from. So I appreciate, Brent, and then introductions to you all, and I'm looking forward to the ride and being in the room,
Right.
making changes.
I like that.
I like it.
Hello to Lisa Sumstein. She said 2 of my most favorite people are in this Facebook Live. Glad you're watching.
Nice.
Hello.
And Hudson's in the house too. What's up, Hudson?
Hudson!
And Jesse Cruz. What's up, Jesse?
What's up, Jesse?
That's one.
What are we talking about? I know I got in here late.
The
What are we?
secrets to success.
Secrets
That's
to
what
success.
everybody
Oh, what's our next topic?
Are we done with the secrets to
Yeah.
success?
Oh, we
Don't
were
worry,
talking.
No, go
I
ahead.
didn't say anything, but
I mean, I just figured you went first.
No. You haven't known.
nope. I was asking everybody else was there.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Mine, you know how much I'm holding. Woo!
I know.
Right? Because okay, took over. So I would say to me too. I think like purpose. I think like having a strong why, the purpose to the things you do. the things that had more purpose to you, more meaning, you're willing to go through more for. And no road to, what do I say? The road to success is paved in failure, right?
Exactly.
It's like, so you're going to go through some hard things for anything that's worth it. You're going to go through some hard moments and times. And now you're starting to worry about that. So when you go through those hard things, when you have a strong purpose, you'll continue through it.
That's
When
true.
you don't, you'll stop. So it's a matter of how hard that purpose is. Are you willing to continue? Because it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Overnight success isn't real,
Mm.
right? Like they say, it takes 10 years to be an overnight success.
Yeah.
All right. So to have such strong meaning behind something, to be willing to go through the days where it's like, why the hell or what the
Right.
hell?
Mm.
Why am I doing this?
Right. I think that's one of the biggest things to be able to
I like
make
that.
it to the finish line.
Yeah.
Right. It's like they talk about like in long races. It's not the body that gives, it's the mind. Right. And it's like, why are you running this race? And that will push you to get to that finish line or not. So I think the more purposeful you can be about something, the more meaning you put to it.
That's good.
Right. It's like when we talk about why do we do this? Right. It's like to end suicide and self-injury behavior. Like that's a big thing.
Mhm.
It's not like, hopefully we get a video goes viral. Because if that was the case, 11 years ago we would have stopped, right? Because it took like 11 years for a video to go viral, as they say.
Mhm.
It's because we wore dresses, right?
It
Right.
is.
That day.
The color
No, I saw it.
No, he
No,
was.
no, he
I
was-
was
in a
going in
dress.
after the dresses.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the dresses.
He was like, that's the week I did not want to be part. After it, I was cool again. No, but it's like, if we were just waiting for that video, we would have quit, right? Like if that's all we were going for, right? Like if all we were going for is to say we did an event, we would have stopped a long time ago, right? Like if those were the things we were going for, then it would have been over, right? But we're not going for that. We're going for something bigger and more meaningful, right? So, and even if you're not going for something that's huge, like even if you're going like, I punch a clock 9 to 5, 6 days a week, but it's for my kids to be able to have opportunities I never had.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
For us to change the generational family tree that's been ours for as long as it has been, right? To be the one that does that, right? Like whatever it is that you have to do to be able to put behind what you're doing to be able to maintain it, do it, right? Because I think that increases the chance of you showing up. And like he said, when you're in the room, shit can change, but you got to show up, whatever it is. Every day you got to show up for you and what you're going for. And if you don't, then it's more likely you won't make it.
And I think we're hurting ourselves if we think that's going to be easy.
Right.
And I think that's what, one of our biggest qualities that I love about UnleashU is our community.
Mhm.
Literally, the blue and green. We say it all the time, right? And you see that even on Facebook. You guys watch on Facebook. If you just look around, sometimes it's easy to figure out who's connected, who's in our community, because you see the blue and the green hearts, and we're always trying to be there for each other. When somebody's hurting, when somebody needs some help, we want to help. We want to be a part. And it's good to know that when we face those things, that we have a community that we can turn to. And there's so many different people that are part of us. They're like, hey, I'm struggling with this, and it's like, hey, you should call them. You should call this person.
Mhm.
And man, it's great to be a part of that family and know that we have those people to lean on.
Yeah.
That when I'm hurting, I can call and say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with, and the people in our community aren't gonna hate on you. They're gonna be like, hey, what can I do? And some people even pick up and come to where you are, or
Right.
Right.
depending, and will always be there. And that's special. You can't get that everywhere.
Right.
You can't get that on your job sometimes. You might not even be able to get that at home.
Right.
So we got to be there for each other and know that it's not going to be easy, and we have to be there. It's another secret to success.
Right.
Mhm.
If you're just by yourself all the time, it's going to be hard to always win.
Yeah.
But if you got a team and the people behind you, man, more success is coming.
All right.
More support to push through.
Absolutely.
Gotta give a shout out to Allegra, Amanda, John, and Melissa all joined in and said what's up or
Hey.
hashtag live or
Hi,
whatever it is.
everyone.
up?
Hello.
What
But,
up?
but like what you said is it's
What up?
It's,
What up?
I'm learning the lingo.
I got you, Dr. Benny.
She is.
I love it.
And she just let me go.
I got you.
It was funny this past weekend I was at an event that wasn't one of ours. And multiple people asked me what's to do with the blue and green everywhere. I was like, oh, that's just the community, the way they show that we're in it, like that they're not alone.
Support.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that. We all want to be connected to something bigger than ourselves, right? Like something greater than us, right? Like we all want to contribute and be part.
Yeah.
And so when you find something like that and you see that it's like so many people are willing to stop for a second, even if it's just with the blue and green heart, but then you don't see behind the scenes countless messages being sent, right? The private group of conversations that are happening, the one-on-ones that come from it, right? Then the little groups that form from it to help each other and hold each other accountable and move each other forward and almost like mastermind off one another. It's like you miss all those parts of the community just watch from the outside. All you see is the blue and green. But on the interior of it, there's so much more to it that pushes it forward. People supporting each other at their events, people supporting each other on their own products or programs put out or groups or memberships put out. There's a lot of support. That's huge, but also the accountability in it is huge, right? Like we have people that hold each other accountable, right? Like, hey, are you doing what you say you want to do for you, the person you want to be, the person you look forward and you're chasing to become? Right? So I think they go hand in hand where they both serve you in a way, but you need both. You can't just be all sunshine.
I like the way everybody shares each other's stuff. It's not like we're not in competition. We're all growing together.
Right.
And if I could help you, then why not? You know.
Let's do it.
Hey, if it goes in here.
I think this will be the only time we're in this studio.
Why?
I think next time we'll shift. We're gonna change it.
We're gonna change that.
But I think this will be the only time we do just this room talk.
Where would it be?
I think the Pope building.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think almost like the setup was for the YouTube show we have now. I think put just more of those chairs around in that area.
I like that idea.
All right.
That's a great idea.
I think, and especially with all the technology we have arriving, I think it'll be a plus for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so when going for success and having those things that push us towards that is huge, right? But also on the other side of that, there needs to be some sort of, not necessarily 50-50 balance, that's not what I mean by balance, but there has to be something you do to recharge your batteries that can bring you back, right? And sometimes you're going to need some little things. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. He's like, I just go. But it's some things that can bring you back from the little things that can bring you back daily, but also sometimes those big things that are a total recharge to our batteries. Because if our batteries are always going out, they'll run out if we don't recharge them. So what are some things you guys do to recharge your batteries, right? To bring yourself back in the game, to care about oneself, right? Because self-care has been deemed to be a million things now. But what I like to focus on in that area is the things that bring you back, right? The things you do to recharge for your own self to be able to serve others at a high level, right? Because you can only serve others at the level in which you're at. So what are some things you do for that? How about you start up, Dr. Fabber, also known as my mom?
Well, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is get my coffee. But then I take my book and I go sit and I have this foot massager. And I put my feet in the foot massager for a half hour. And I do 15 minutes twice. And I read my book for that time. But I don't know what channel. I listen to Christian music. And that to me is soothing and relaxing. And I listen to it when I drive. And I just think to me,
Brent's out here.
what? I'm sorry, Brent.
Brent knew it was coming. You didn't even try to make eye contact.
There's a song, see, I don't want to talk fake, but God is in the plan. Have you heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, I believe God is in our plan. And I believe he takes us to where we need to go. So that to me is, everybody else has their own spirituality, what makes them feel good and relaxing. And you're going to get on this one?
No, I'm just.
Are you going to go on that
He was
one?
getting ready. He was like all
I'm
situated.
sitting up, man.
So
Okay.
and the other thing is my animals. When I go out in the morning to the pastures and I'm with those horses and goats and donkeys, it's like God gave me this.
Right.
I'm going to build Noah's Ark in the desert on the sand.
That's it.
Sure.
I like it. Brent, what do you do?
You didn't know that about me, did you?
Man, what do I do to recharge? Well, I'll stop looking at my phone. I'm trying to get people to comment. If you're watching, tell us what you do to recharge so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Engaging.
Engaging. We're engaging the
You're good
audience.
at this.
Yes. What do you do to
I love
recharge?
this. We want to include you
I
guys.
like that.
For me to recharge, what I've been doing lately, I've shifted a lot and changed some things in my life. Spending some time for me, A lot of things I do in my life are always for other people,
Mhm.
and I never, even in the ministry, I'm always studying to prepare for the next message.
Mhm.
But I never take time to study for me or for me to grow. And no matter what, this can apply across the board in anything. Take time to invest in you. So I've been reading and taking writing. As I read, I have to write. I like to write stuff down so I can remember it, go back over it. But just that time over it's been like the past month or so, I've really got into it, and I can see the difference in my life. So that's been good for me.
Awesome.
Another thing for me that I love is music. So I can really just.
What kind? All kinds.
I listen to all kinds of music.
Right, window down, music up.
Yep.
All right, I love that.
Yep. When I was a kid, I would always just go for a ride
Yep.
and just listen to music.
I
That's
still do
nice.
that sometimes.
When I really gotta get away. But yeah, sometimes the ride home could be a blessing in your life.
Yeah, right. It's therapeutic.
Yes.
I mean, and I love my house, but I know when I come home to my house, it's not going to be a sanctuary.
All right.
It's crazy.
It's going to be
It's life.
it's going to be crazy. But that's just a real thing.
Mhm.
That's all.
So we got to find those times in our life where, maybe you take that time for it. If you got a 10-minute ride home, or maybe you have a 30-minute ride home,
Right.
invest in you. Maybe you listen to a audible book, or maybe you listen to music or maybe you need silence.
Mm.
And that's a thing too, right? Just be silent and
Right.
just
Power in the pause.
enjoy your. Trent Shelton says all the time, protect your peace.
Yeah.
So that's a big
Yeah.
thing for me. That I love it when he says that. I know it's a big thing for him now, but in his first book, I read it. Protect your peace.
Mhm.
So that's important to me. That's what I do to.
Awesome. I like it.
What about you?
Actually, a lot of the same. The ride home, like I love to just. People think I'm so weird, like especially when I get somewhere. Like before I go in, I'll just like sit in my car, and people are like, "What are you doing?"
You do
Like,
that all the time. I didn't even know you were in the car the other day.
Yeah.
She was sitting in the car.
I just that's like the time. I feel like sometimes it's so hard to make time for yourself, and you genuinely want to, but you just don't have the time to. So I make a point when I show up anywhere that I at least sit in my car for 5 minutes alone to just like, whether it's watch something, read something, be quiet, or listen to a song that I love
That's
to
nice.
listen to. But I love the beach. Listening to the waves is very peaceful to me, and being with people that I love to be around. So it's not even just like being alone. Like I think sometimes, yes, we do need to be alone, but a lot of the time we can recharge just doing things we enjoy with people. So
I think sometimes I go back and forth with that. It's because if my battery is going output,
yeah,
it's hard to have a big recharge. My
oh
battery's
no,
going
yeah,
output.
it's just part of
Right.
of it.
I love my people. I love being around my people.
Yeah,
Right. Like I do. Like one of my favorite things is just hanging out in the backyard with a barbecue.
yeah,
Right. Like nothing fancy. Play some cornhole,
yeah,
have a drink if you want, or a cigar if you want, but just hang and like everyone just be cool.
yeah.
And it's like life's worries go away for a little bit. I don't necessarily know if I totally recharge there. It might be peaceful to me or a spot or a thing I enjoy, but at the same time as it's being poured into, I am pouring out at the same time too. I'm hopefully not just being
Yeah.
poured into. All right.
I get what you're saying.
I go, what's up?
I gotta take a phone call.
Oh, okay. I go, I'm glad you did that because I was going to do that.
Hello.
All right.
Okay.
What's wrong? So it to me, I think some of it's like I think there's some simple things we do, like I've gotten taken baths, right, with bubbles. It's fantastic. You see, sometimes reading
That's a big one.
just puts me in a groove, right? Pours back into me. There's nothing going out for that, right? Listening to the ocean waves, sitting on the boardwalk. People watching for me is something that I enjoy, all right? But that's some of the smaller things. Sometimes when you get so drained, like going to an event can be something that pours into when nothing's expected of you, right? Like I went to
Just
the,
go
right?
enjoy
I went
it.
and I was just like,
Think it
I
is.
wasn't trying to connect. I wasn't trying to network. I wasn't trying to sell. I wasn't speaking from stage. I wasn't doing any private events.
That's nice.
It was just like take in what's meant for me right now. What am I meant to receive? What am I meant to get?
Right.
That I might not be even thinking that I'm meant to get. I think that's a bigger thing. I also think like, a weekend getaway where you just go somewhere different and nice and experience what that area is. I don't mean nice, like even expensive.
Right.
Right? Like you just go somewhere different and for you,
Mhm.
right? Where you're just like taking in what's there.
Mhm.
Like how often especially when families and stuff get involved, how often do you go somewhere by yourself? Right, just to enjoy. Right? Like when was the last time you went away for
Alone.
a night?
Yeah.
Right? When you have a family and stuff and job and all these other things that you just went to recharge your own
Right.
battery for a night away.
Yeah.
Right? It's like that rarely happens. And then little things like you were talking about, like music, a drive home. I love during the summer months because the sun sets so late.
Mm.
And typically it's when I leave the office. So I would be driving with the sunset. And it's just like all right. Like everything's
Your happy place.
Yeah, like everything's good right now. Right? What about you?
I'll piggyback on these sunsets. We have a place we go down in Chrisfield, and we watch the sunset. And it doesn't matter, when it is, what it is. The five of us, most of the time, my family, we'll jump in, take an hour drive, and we'll just watch the sunset over the water.
I love
And
that.
just it's my happy place. It's where I can unload. It's where I can just let everything else just go. And I just know, hey, that's my getaway. It's getting away for an hour to see the sunset, hour back, grab something to eat, get some ice cream, something like that.
Right.
Nice.
And you can never duplicate what the sun does. I mean, what God does as He sets that sun and the colors that come into it, and the pinks and the oranges and everything. It's something about that. It just says, hey, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be different. It's
Right.
coming. Let's get ready for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of peaceful stuff is with my family. Daughter, she's about to be 21 next week, and I got a 19-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter, and
Wow.
we spend a lot of time together.
Mm.
That's our happy spot. I mean, we do just sporadic trips, just get in and go, and just kind of make it happen.
Those are your memories too.
It is. And another thing is just being a blessing, finding out what I can do to bless somebody else. Because when I'm down and I'm at the bottom and I need energy, sometimes me saying, you know what can I do for somebody else makes all that difference. And then, it gets me off my butt, because if I'm down, I'm lazy, I don't want to do anything. So if I say, hey, you know what, I need to get re-energized, that means I need to get up and I need to do something. It doesn't matter if you worked a 12-hour shift, you're coming back in and you said, how can I bless somebody else? And then boom, you start getting thoughts in your head, and those are positive thoughts, not thoughts that are draining you.
I
Those
like
are
that.
the thoughts that are going to say, hey, how can I reach out? How can I tell somebody? What can I do? What can I buy somebody? Who can I get dinner for? Anything like that, because the happiness on their face and the blessing that they just saw, you can't, I mean, that's priceless.
Makes you feel good.
I mean, that gives you that energy to say, hey, you know what, that was meant to happen at any given time.
I
So
like that.
it's, when I'm drained, I need to take it to that next gear, and I just need to do more. It sounds so backwards and stupid, but that's what kind of gets me re-energized. So it's good stuff.
I love that. I always say when we talk about giving, I said when you actually do it, giving is almost selfish in a way, because it feels so good that you're like, I want to do more of it.
It does.
Right.
And it's like, it doesn't matter who or when or the stranger or whatever. It's just like, man, just to see that look and say, you know what, somebody else, you matter.
Right.
I care, you matter.
Right.
And I mean, that is life changing.
Right.
And that person you can see 3 years from now, and you might not even remember it. You don't remember the face, the name, but they remember it.
Right.
And it happens a lot just in the career path that I'm in. And you see people after just devastating times, and years later, they come up to you and say, you don't know it, but you changed my life. And I'm like, man,
That's awesome.
I don't know it. I didn't realize it. I didn't know that my couple kind words or my gesture would make such an impact. And that's one thing that I think you guys do here, and the community with the Unleashed, that happens. That, like you were saying earlier, you see the blue and green hearts on Facebook, and it might, be a couple different comments like you guys are doing now, and that's stuff that they all love. But the connection behind the scenes, all the messages behind the scenes, it's when I see Brent, and I can tell when Brent's down. So that's when behind the scenes I'm reaching out to him and I'm lifting them up. you know, and that's what the community does behind the scenes that, you know, some of you watching right now, you might not realize it. You know, when you join in this, it's not just something that's Facebook happy and everything. We're there for the ups and the downs, and we're there for the growth, and we're there to communicate with each other on events and cheer each other on.
Right.
Right.
So
Has
I love
anybody
that.
commented on there about what they do?
Yeah, we got a couple people. Shyla said, I hope I said your name right. She says, I like to play to recharge.
Ooh, I like that.
Melissa, what's up, Melissa? She says, exercise, lay in the hammock. I think exercise is a good one.
Yeah.
You're working your body hard and get your mind off of
Changes your energy
things.
level.
Lay in the hammock in the sun. All right. And sometimes she said just to take some time in the silence. I like Adam's comment. What's up, Adam? Adam says, I break bread with people and celebrate me to recharge.
Nice. I went. He's brilliant anyway.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant dude.
Yeah.
He shocks us.
John says, walking the dog, going fishing, going kayaking, going shooting.
Nice.
I'm going fishing someday.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. And then Amy's on here too. What's up, Amy?
Hey.
She said that she
Hey,
just had a great time in Cali. That was a huge opportunity for her to recharge, hiking,
Nice.
beach dinner on my own,
Oh,
music, taking a shower. I think it says taking a shower without interruption. There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
That's everybody.
That's
I
dope.
love it.
Some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Evan, what do you do
You
to
know,
recharge?
you know he goes to the gym.
I go to the gym.
Like, right.
Yeah, absolutely. We
Spend
all
time
know
with
that.
People.
Go to the gym. I make some protein shakes. I do what I need to do to get my mind right. And yeah, I would say number one is the gym.
Nice.
Spend time with your mama.
Mom,
You know that makes you feel loved.
of course. Everybody loves their mom.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and my
It's
beloved
important.
Coco.
it's important. It's important to feel loved. I think it's like
course.
what we're talking about. The things we keep bringing up is all parts of the 6 human needs. Right? Like what
Yeah.
you're talking about giving is contribution. Right? We all want to do that. We all want to feel connected. We all want to feel loved. Right? We all want some consistency in our life, but we also want some variety. Very.
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 I know.
I was about to say, what?
When I said that word wrong. Verity.
Very.
What?
Variety.
And like, what is that? Like when you have a lot of different things. Like variety. That's how you say it. Dang. Crazy sauce.
I
Right.
think as adults, we sometimes forget to play. We forget how to play it. As
Mhm.
children, we played all the
Right.
time.
Or just have fun.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
come back and enjoy it.
Everything's always got to be serious.
I also,
Yeah.
off what you just said, I also think though that this is just me. I don't know. I feel as though young people try to be too old at their age, and
Yeah.
they're missing out on
Yes.
being not a kid, but young
Yeah.
And play.
and their prime.
when
People
you
say their
can
primes in their
recover
20s or 30s or whatever. Sure.
That's true.
But yeah, but from what you just said, Dr. Vinny, I think it's the opposite as well. Like
But,
some
yeah.
young people try to act too older for their age, and it's like,
Dude, the young people try to act too old, and then old people want to act younger because they're like, damn,
Right.
I'm getting old. Right? Like, I don't
Right.
want to be this old.
Right.
All right. And I don't mean that just physically recover, but like a financial risk, you recover better when you're younger.
Mhm.
Right? Like
Mhm.
it's those life risks you can recover better when you're younger.
mhm.
You have more runway to play with. Like when you get older and you have a family and you have all these things where you're like, I need to at least do. It's not like when I was on my own and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, all right, if I have to recover, all I have to worry about is me.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
like, well, if I low now, it's like now this whole shit goes
Right.
and there's more people. So I think when we're younger, it's like, yeah, like, oh my god, and everybody when younger, like, I'm sorry, was that the wrong turn? Right? It's like, so it's when you're. I think, but when I was younger, I wanted everyone to think I was older. All right, like
Yeah.
I grew my facial hair then because I wanted to
Mhm.
I went door to door because I wanted to look older. And in the restaurant, I wanted to look older, so I grew more facial hair. Right, and it's like we always want to do older like things
Mhm.
when you actually had the space to not.
Mhm. I get what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
then when we get older, we have the regret of not
Yeah.
traveling,
Mhm.
of not seeing things, of not experiencing things, of not connecting, right? And the things we could have did when we were younger,
Right.
had more time and availability. And now it's like, what the hell do I do?
Mhm.
Right? When I say ego expired is regret, I like that one. To my own horn. Someone has to. For what else I was gonna say. So there is an event this weekend. Want to tell everybody about that event, Mom?
Is there an event?
October
Where is there an
1st.
event?
All right.
True Grit
Hey.
Hey.
Horses. Yes, there's come meet the herd.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's at the farm. It's at True Grit.
All right. True Grit Stables.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And there's going to be games and activities for kids to play. They're going to meet some of the herd.
Mhm.
And there's probably going to be prizes and giveaways.
Mm.
So it's going to be play
Some
cornhole.
vendors.
Some
Right?
vendors
Some
there.
fun and games.
Mm-hmm.
Some animals.
Some animals. Lots of
Not
animals.
just us.
Yeah, just us. And it should
Not
be.
just a lot of
Hopefully
animals.
the weather will last, but the good thing is that our activities are all indoors. So it'll be in the arena, and so you won't have to be out in the rain. Hopefully we won't get the bad weather that's expected. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there'll be an inside area, multiple
Mhm.
inside areas.
Yep.
And if it's nice, there'll be outside area.
Mhm.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Are you excited?
I'm very excited about it. I've talked to the horses about it. They're ready. They were
It's
a
the
little
most important one to
nervous.
be ready. They're not ready. None of us are ready.
They all look good. They're all getting brushed and look ready to come down and meet everybody. So we'll see how it goes.
You know, a couple weekends ago, we had the 6-figure weekend. All of us were present for it. All right. And one of the things that I was just like, that was so cool was that how into the horses the people got.
Mm.
Right? Like, we've had plenty of events where people came here and did those exercises. But this one was the one where they were like, they got right
They
into
did
it.
get into it.
As soon as someone said you could get up and walk around, everybody got up off their seats and went out to the horses, which I thought was amazing. And they really got into it. It was really amazing to see what they did.
He said that's so stupid.
No.
It was stupid. I was like, he's dead. It was also super cool the exercise.
Mm-hmm.
How everyone was like really wanted to turn directly.
Right.
Us. You know, normally it's like one person gets in, the rest are like, yeah.
They
They all were like, it's my turn to carry it, my turn. I was just like, yo, this is crazy, like how into it they were.
Mhm.
But that's the power of the animal.
Yeah. And it was no different if it was a male or a female. They were all into it.
Right. Or older or
Mhm.
younger, because we had
Yeah.
people there in their 20s and people there in their 50s, right? And both were like, no, I get to, I got this is my turn. This is so cool. Take a picture, right? Like, and they were all proud when they got to the final spot.
Right.
They all took the picture with the horse, right? And they're all like, I'm like, look at the pride, right? In doing this, like it was something like they did it. That was really cool. But that's the power of the exercises you do
Mhm.
with the animals.
Yeah.
Right, and then everyone gets to experience that this weekend for free.
Right.
Literally.
Exactly.
Right. So if you're like, what do we do with the family during this
Bring
time?
the
Like the
kids.
economy.
Mhm.
Oh, listen, all you gotta do is get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there's no charge. Right, and that's why I love a lot of the things we do. It's because there's a lot on the front end where you see where there's not monetary gain.
Right.
It's that we do to provide and give services and help, right, and contribute. Right, like
Right.
you were talking about contribution to our local area and anyone that wants to come by.
There is actually a group for young girls right now, but just starting school, going back to school after the long summer, who have so much anxiety and stress because there's so much pressure, really, to fit in, to be a part, and they go in with anxiety. So this group was called Hey, Horses, Art, and You.
Mm.
And it just gives them the opportunity to come and just talk. And each one of them, and there's no charge for this. So they just come, some of your friends are there, and they come and they talk about what they're struggling with, and they all, what I like is they're all supporting each other. And we're using the same technique like we use for the adults, where we're storming, forming, and norming. So first they come in and how they fit in, and then they figure out where their place is and how they can work together. And they're doing phenomenal. We're on our third week of this group, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. So it's really
great.
good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
All right. So if you're not doing anything, or if you are doing something, you can get the time. Make sure you show up. True Grit Stables, Saturday, 10 to
2.
2. Nice, 10 to 2. All right. So as always, what we do at the end, Brent, start us off.
I've never been this
Your last-
before.
Yeah, your the line.
What do I do?
You just. That's why it's called Brent to go first. He's gonna say like a line like for them to close his closing remark, and then you can say your closing remark. And she does her
Just
closing
like
remark.
Just say anything. You can say a quote.
Yeah,
You can just,
whatever.
you can just say something
Whatever
you
you
talked about
you're
tonight.
called to say during the show for the people listening. Brent starts it.
I'll keep it simple tonight. I always like to say this.
Kiss?
Keep
Keep
it
it
simple,
simple,
stupid.
That's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is this: is that we want you guys to know, don't do life alone. No matter where you are in life, no matter what's happening with you, if you feel alone, reach out. That's what we're here for.
Mhm.
Don't ever go at anything alone. We're supposed to be together. We were designed to do life together. I believe that.
Damn
100%.
right. Tribe life.
There you go.
Can I say something that probably is not really uplifting?
Okay.
Sure, whatever you want to say.
Know that we're a phone call, a text, or a message away. This past week, Michael and I got news about a dear friend who we worked with at one point and who was an awesome guy. And without knowing it, he took his life. We found out last week, and I'm going to get emotional about that. But just know that if you need anything, if you want to talk, we are here. We're all here. Every single one of us. We're here to listen. And you're not alone. You're right.
God, I don't even know what to say after that. I was going to say the same thing. Before we took
Original.
what?
You guys are also original.
Well, hold on. When we did the podcast before and then we took a little break, I would always go last because that's so you aren't alone and know that Unleash You Now is here for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just get back to met people, move people. I mean, that's where it is. That's where you guys are sitting at right now. You have connections. You got people that are liking, that are commenting, people you might not know in Unleashed. Reach out to them, send them a message and just say, hey, I want to introduce myself. I want to let you know where I'm at, where I'm coming from, what I like to do, and how I like to move forward. So meet people. That was one thing for the last 40 years I've been scared to do is meet people, talk in front of people. And that's something I'm branching out and trying to overcome. So get out there, do it, make it happen. You know, don't hold back anymore. Just take that step. Get in the room.
Get in
All
the
right.
room.
I love that. It
Get
kind
in
of
the
goes,
room.
I like that.
goes exactly what I was going to say is that no one is served by you playing small,
Mhm.
right? No one is served by you playing small. Not yourself, not your family, not the people you care about, not anyone else. So stop playing small with your life. Right? Like go do things, go experience things, go try things, go meet people, get in the room, go to an event, like do things. I don't even say one of ours. Go somewhere, right? And then come to the best. That's what we do. But the idea is like stop playing small. I think every time I think I'm like I'm at the level, and then I go somewhere and something happens where I'm like, God, I'm still playing small. Right? Like there's still more to do. I gotta step up. Right? And it's like know this. No one is served, not yourself or anyone else is served by you playing small.
Exactly.
I love that.
Go play at your size, which is good.
Very good.
Perfect.
All right, so thank you guys. We're back. It'll be
Thank
different
you.
looking next week, but
Yeah.
we're back.
We were just
We did
eager
it.
to get back, so
Yeah.
we were like, let's just sit on a couch and
Yeah.
get back.
We were. So.
I was
He's
eager
trying
to get back.
He's trying to be funny.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I don't
Tonight.
think you need to be
I'm glad
fancy
you're
as long as we're together and we talk to people.
Did you guys enjoy tonight? Let us know.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
it?
man. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what.
But,
We
You
don't
guys
need
are
a
awesome.
fancy setup.
damn, you got me with something, boy. Shit.
Thank you.
God, made me bleed. No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Thank you.
Thank you all. You
Thank
guys
you
are awesome.
guys.
And as always,
Peace
be
out.
unleashed.
Good night.